Ladies and gentlemen, fasten up your chin straps and turn up the volume for the first of our athletes making his way to the arm wrestling table. This man is decorated to the hilt as a national, European and world champion. He is also a singing superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Evgeny Prudnyk. Opponent now making his way to the arm wrestling table, hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Georgia. He is a multiple national champion, European and world #1. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Irakli, Zirakashvili.
You know, he's able to give Levon trouble in training. Incredible bicep. He told me he barely even trains his bicep, yet he is curling probably more weight than anyone I've seen, really, even at his weight. Tremendous top roll capacity. Prudnyk with many tools, more of a hook style arm wrestler. Irakli, Zirakashvili, more top roll style, very, very top roll focused athlete. Evgeny is much more rounded, a slightly larger athlete between the two of them coming down into this division. Irakli, Zirakashvili posting up hard. High knuckle demonstrated from Prudnyk, high knuckle. A high knuckle attack from Evgeny Prudnyk there. Looked very, very dominant in that slip coming over the top. We're going to settle this in the strap. It looks like both of them were setting up the top roll. You do not want to have Evgeny Prudnyk start to be singing, because that will drain your confidence very quickly. I do predict a strong performance from Evgeny Prudnyk. I have $100 on this match with Levon Saginashvili.
Some people can afford to lose. But if you ain't betting, you ain't trying. Here we go. Evgeny Prudnyk. So supremely confident. Irakli Zirakashvili's been on a tear, Dev. He's looked so impressive.
He has been very hot, Neil. Both of these guys are tremendous. I mean, we're looking at a world champion current and a guy who certainly can attack that in either the 105 or the 95 kilo class, in my opinion, as well as up to the 115. These are two of the biggest superstars of our sport in the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions right here.
And so much experience. We've seen these guys come up through the weight classes. Zirakashvili was a force at 75 kilos.
Very strong set being shown by Evgeny Prudnyk. That high knuckle, that rigidity, that inflexibility that I believe is starting to unsettle Irakli Zirakashvili a little bit. I predict they're both going to go high. It looks to me as though Prudnyk is stepping over the top of his hand.
So I missed the first start, Dev. Would anything to tell from that?
There was a very high knuckle attack from Prudnyk, and they slipped. It seemed to me as though it was a low hand slip through from Irakli, and Evgeny looked very dominant in the posted high knuckle attack.
Evgeny Prudnyk, that's a man in the red trim. Ukrainian born. This is the Georgian. Zirakashvili.
A little bit lower now. Referee is bringing them both down in their angle. A very, very top roll based style out of Irakli, where I believe it's a more rounded style from Evgeny.
It certainly is. He's got more weapons in the arsenal and more confidence in using them, but he's taking the foul there for not giving center. Christo Delajakov, the down referee, all over him there, and it's not a bad thing to do though early at this level, particularly against a big hitter like Zirakashvili, because if you can just put the fatigue in there or the doubt in there that takes a little bit off the hit, it's worth it. Oh, and that's why.
Did I ever call that wrong, Neil?
I'll tell you what, that's
so
why
wrong.
you need to take the speed off, because Zirakashvili is a force if he can connect and hit you. This guy is on song at the moment, Devon.
I tell you, I do not want to pay Levon $100. I do not want to do that at all. Really nice top roll there. I was saying earlier how Irakli has one of the strongest curls in the entire sport.
Yeah, he does. This guy's posted stupid videos of him.
Just coming
curling,
right through the top there.
incredible weight.
Such a strong drive through that bicep and high knuckle attack. Completely not what I was expecting, Neil.
You know, I actually think it's a supremely positive thing for Zirakashvili that he's forcing Evgeny Prudnyk into that lane, because that sends a serious message.
Yeah, first to the table, Irakli Zirakashvili.
Zirakashvili, man in the gold trim.
Evgeny still with that high knuckle. He's trying to get that high attack. Maybe this is only relevant outside of the strap. I'm not sure. But insistent on that on that higher set. Irakli not looking too phased by it. Doesn't seem to mind. I think they both know they're going strap.
Whoa, sweet child of mine. A little early.
Looks like he might be considering coming crashing down into a hook there. This is a 3 out of 5, Neil.
No room, no margin for error. God, it's high there. Super high.
Very high.
So much for index fingers level.
Oh, no.
A little better, but I'll tell you what, Zirakashvili's got that hand in his pocket.
Certainly was. That I feel like Evgeny got the position he wanted, and Irakli was just ripping through, and very quickly Evgeny realized that, and they went to strap. Irakli is absolutely in the driver's seat at this time.
Yeah, he really is.
There was a lot of talk before this match, a lot of talk.
It's hard to gauge the degree in which any athlete has improved. But one thing we can say with absolute certainty is that of these two men, Irakli Zirakashvili has improved more in what he does. He is a specialist. This is a guy who has stuck with a lane throughout his career, and it actually has bolted little bits on there in the last, I would say, 18 to 24 months.
Now,
years.
Neil, I'm going to absolutely agree with you, but am I wrong when I remember Irakli Zirakashvili winning via flop wrist press against John Brzezinski?
You are correct. That is what he did. I think that was a case. Actually, speaking to John afterwards, he said, I took the gas off, and the next thing I know, I'm in trouble. He was dominant in that match until that point, because one of the reasons he didn't expect that from Irakli. But Irakli is bolting things onto that game. He's improving, he's getting better, and he's looking really, really solid. Everything he does is joined up. His shoulder and wrist connectivity is exceptional.
Incredible that we can still mention John Brzezinski's name in this group at 60 years of age. Still.
And he was dominating that match, but the gas tank ran out, and the younger man powered over the line. But I'll tell you what, this is looking great for Zirakashvili. He looks fabulous right now.
Yes, he does. And I think that Evgeny is trying to lower that gas tank as much as he can. We're starting to see a little bit more discussion from Irakli here.
So much goes on in the sets. And the versatility, that was the much better start there from Evgeny Prudnyk.
Very clean slip. Yeah, very neutral slip. Now, Evgeny's looked good in the slip before. I'd say, most of the slips have, I'd say the first one and this last one here have looked good for him out of the 3 slips that I've seen. But every time the straps come on, it's been...
it has changed the game immeasurably. And Zirakashvili is really in that ascendancy, and his confidence is as well. He's growing not only in terms of physical strength, but the experience. And the experience here, he's super active. I don't remember a card he wasn't on. This guy's anywhere and everywhere right now.
Yeah, he told me that he doesn't feel a need to change his training so much. He said every 2 months he's arm wrestling, so he follows a pattern. He competes here at East versus West, or King of the Table, and then it's right back to work, training with the Georgian team, doing what he does best.
The main training partner of Levon Saganashvili.
It reminds me a little bit of Batman and Robin.
Yes, sir. Does indeed. Down go the hands. We're about to see it. Oh, look at that. I'll tell you what, Zirakashvili had everything there. Everything.
That looked like, what happened there? Yes, okay, of course.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah. That's what I saw as well. I saw a full control from Irakli. I saw him let off on the gas there, let Evgeny get in the match just a little bit, but there was a foul and no contest at this point.
So in between rounds, well, look at this replay. Yeah, look at that. He was just getting ready to accelerate. It was a big jump start and a second foul called, but we didn't have the best angle of that. Would have liked to see it from down at the stage, but Devon, let me tell you a story, man. Got a story for you.
Oh, I love story time.
Remember that old thing that I used to hear from the Cleve Dean posse, and they would say that Cleve Dean, when he was a young man, he had a cow, Devon.
A cow?
He had a cow on his farm, and that cow, well, it was a calf, actually.
Ah.
And he would lift that cow. Every day he would go out and he would lift that cow. And as that cow grew, Devon, so did the strength of the legendary Cleve Dean. You heard this?
I think I've heard this story
before.
This story. I've heard this in many fables.
Every week, Zirakashvili trains with Levon Saganashvili. He's the cow.
Yes.
And as the cow grows, so does the power and the prowess of the man in the yellow trimmed shirt, Irakli, Zirakashvili. That story was free.
Did you know that my oldest son's name is Milo?
I do.
Yes.
We're going to the strap.
Yeah, so we're very familiar with that story.
That is a hell of a story right there.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
And there may be something in it.
Yeah, progressive overload, right? Progressive overload. That is the key to strength across all trades. Progressive overload. And when you have the Georgian team surrounding you, well, there's really only one choice, isn't there?
Well, one of the things that I would say is it is hard to lose when you are from Georgian stock. The confidence is through the roof for the Georgians, as always. You can hear them when you're downstairs making a great deal of noise for their athletes. And it's performances like this that keep them buoyed. And right now, Irakli Zirakashvili has got Evgeny on the run. Now, we've seen some incredible performances from Prudnyk in the past. He's dragged himself back into matches. Can he do it again, Devon?
I feel like I am one match away from giving Levon Saganashvili $100 right now. Evgeny's got to find something and looking very complete.
Oh, the breaks go. Oh, no, that looked like an elbow foul.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I would be begging for a review right now if I was Prudnyk, but I don't think it would change anything.
I don't think it does, mate.
No.
I think on the night, the better man won the arm.
I agree with that. I don't think that I think that that's a small bobble, really.
And I think evidence of that comes mostly from the fact that Evgeny Prudnyk wants no part of that. He felt what he felt, and he's happy with that. And Irakli Zirakashvili, the rise of the Georgian continues. That is quite the outing for Zirakashvili. What a performance.
I feel like this is halfway to Irakli getting back to the 105 kilo class. The current world champion, 95 kilos, Irakli. And I feel like Evgeny is absolutely in contention for that 105 kilo world championship today.
Irakli Zirakashvili!
Halfway there.
He's with Ray.
How much this victory mean to you against a legend of our sport like Evgeny Prudnyk?
რამდენს ნიშნავს ეს გამარჯვება შენთვისო ასეთი ლეგენდარული ევგენი პრუდნიკის წინააღმდეგ?
რა თქმა უნდა, ჩემთვის სასიხარულოა ასეთ სპორტსმენის დამარცხება. სიმართლე გითხრათ, სხვას არც მოველოდი. რა ვიცი, ხედვა მქონდა ისეთი, რომ ზუსტად ასე გავიმარჯვებდი, ისე მქონდა ნავარჯიშები და ისეთ ფორმაში ვიყავი.
I cannot describe with words how I'm feeling right now, how excited I am. Obviously, this is like very meaningful for me, and basically it went how it was in my mind. So he followed the steps that he knew he had to do, and it turned out the way he expected it.
Everyone sees Evgeny as very versatile armor, so he can pull many different techniques. But you have this one perfect technique. Do you feel like you have mastered the art of top roll?
ყველამ კარგად ვიცით, როგორი მოუხერხებელი შეიძლება პრუდნიკი იყოსო, როგორი მოქნილი არისო მაგიდასთანო და ასე ვთქვათ, სხვადასხვა წყლებში შეუძლია შესვლაო და შენ აჩვენეო ყველას ვეხაო, რომ ძალიან ძლიერი მოძრაობა გაქვსო და კიდევ ერთხელ დაამტკიცე, რომ ძლიერი ხარ მაგ მოძრაობაშიო და შეგიძლიაო თამამად თქვა, რომ ტოპ როლის მასტერი ხარო?
რა თქმა უნდა, ბევრჯერ მithქვია ეს და ვიტყვი რომ სოფლიოში ნომერ პირველი ტოპ როლი მაქვს.
For sure, I have said many times, and I'm gonna say one more time, in the world, I'm the best top roller.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. You just beat former 115 kilo world champion Evgeny Prudnyk. Do you have anyone else at any weight you want to face that's a good match for you?
რა თქმა უნდა, კიდევ ერთხელ ხაზი გაუსვა, როგორი ლეგენდარული მოწინააღმდეგე დაამარცხე და ასეთი კითხვით მოგმართა, თუ კი გყავს ვინმე მიზანში ამოღებული აი ამ წონით კიდევ კატეგორიაში.
Devon, come on, Devon.
He calling me?
105.
I think he's calling me. I'm up here in the booth.
No
in Irakli.
translation needed for that, all right? That would be amazing. Devon Larratt, Irakli Zirakashvili, 105 kilos. Congratulations.
He's just saying, where's this promised sing? Prudnyk, where are you? You promised me to sing, even if you lose. That's what Irakli said.
Well, let's get Irakli. Evgeny Prudnyk.
Granada, tierra soñada por mí, mi cantar se vuelve gitano cuando es para ti. Mi cantare io de fantasía, mi cantare flor de melancolía, que yo te vengo a dar. Special for you.